Welcome to Shade in the City. Happy holidays. Hoos. I'm just playing. But
I gotta be hoes.
No, y'all ain't gotta be hoes. Again, we told y'all last video, we trying to think of a name for y'all and how to refer to y'all. So drop down in the comments.
So hoes is the default?
Yeah, it went with the happy holidays. So y'all let us know what you want to be referred to as viewers. The Shady Bunch. The Shaders.
She doesn't love with the Shady Bunch business.
I don't know. The Shaders sound so terrible.
Yes.
The Sippers? The Shaders? I don't know. It's not working for me. It's not coming together. Help us, please. Help us, Jesus. All right, y'all. So we are actually re-recording Porsha Family Matters. We had a little blooper last Sunday, and unfortunately, none of the audio caught, which might have been a blessing in disguise.
We was
tired as all hell, so we probably would have been half asleep on most of it. But no, so basically we are here to re-review and give you guys Porsha Family Matters
and our energy.
Episode 4 and our energy. And we're here with the holiday spirit. And we figured, why not? This is the last one till Sunday. Because like I said, you're not going to see us on Friday, Saturday for Ready to Love. But we will have it for you. And yes, you probably will not get 90 Day Fiance and Porsha till about Tuesday, Wednesday. And then it's the New Year's turn up, y'all. So, and we'll be in we got to figure out something for New Year's. We're going to have something cute for y'all, though. We're going to have something cute. But yes, let's get into it. Porsha. I was just about to say Porsha Family Values. Anyway, Porsha Family Matters. Porsha Family Matters, episode 4. All right, let's get shady.
So Darlene stands up and she wants to speak her piece. And she has her little stick, her talking stick.
I forgot what they called it.
I feel like she...
chakra stick. The chakra stick.
I feel like she was using it like it's a microphone. She had it here and...
Yeah, she was.
And she's like, past 3 months have been difficult for me.
Get it, girl.
Because I really thought I had ugly feet.
No, you ain't hit it right. You
want the chakra stick?
Yeah, I want the chakra stick.
You did.
All my life, I had to fight.
No, you didn't. To get beautiful feet.
To get beautiful feet.
She didn't even get beautiful feet. She just saw models and noticed.
This is what she was giving. She basically said, and from somebody who was flat-footed, that is what she's saying. She was always made fun of because
she had
Flintstone feet. I've heard it all my life. I don't think my feet are cute either, girl. But guess what? When I go to a retreat and things that are really triggering my life, let me tell you what is on the list of I do not give a fuck. My feet, right? Bitch, I can go get a pedicure. I can solve that shit. It's solvable, right? You can't put an arch in your shit. It is what it is.
Is that what makes it pretty?
Yeah, it does.
Because what's funny is I have an arch, but I actually used to get teased by my cousin, and she called me Barbie feet because of the arch.
Exactly.
So either way,
it never triggered any issues in us in life. Now, don't get me wrong. I never been like, oh, bitch, let me go out here with these sandals and open toed and the gladiators. You'll never see me in those. But it is what it is.
Her daughter looks so embarrassed. Like, really, out of all the issues
and things. And then
this is what you bring up.
Then she comes up to say, and the biggest of them all is I have my daughter right over there. And she won't love on me. She won't hug me. She's like,
Mama didn't say, go on and hug your mom. She said, can she come over here? I think she was just embarrassed. First of all, let me just say, I love the fact that Dennis took a peek at his mama's feet.
He was like, I didn't think that was that bad. Seem all right to me. Nothing life changing.
Like, that's what we here for. Not for feet.
Porsha, I told you last episode, your family's nuts. You were on to something. They are nuts. Is this what we're really talking about in an emotional, spiritual retreat? Your fucking feet? I'm just saying. I'm thinking we about to have a fix my life moment.
She want her feet fixed.
And there's a TLC show for that. We ain't got time for that. Let me tell you how you know somebody don't like you.
I don't know who more shady. Us? Uh-huh. I don't even know.
Lena said, I'm sitting around. No, I'm not going to lie. You wouldn't say it out loud, but that's what you would think. You would come tell me on the side and be like, Trish, you had me at dinner with a whole bunch of motherfuckers. I don't know.
Maybe as I got
older. You over there calling them friends and stuff. But these aren't our friends.
We know. Oh, you mean that's what I was
saying? That's what you would say to me.
You know, I ain't about to call just anybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'd be like, who are these people? These are your friends? Where did they come from?
You know what, though? And the fact that she's older now, she getting an excuse. Because, you know, when you get older, you just don't give a fuck.
Right.
Nobody said. She said, I'm sitting around the table with people.
I don't know none of these people.
She said, we're calling all these people. She said, I don't know what I'm doing here or who I'm here with.
Porsha said she acted like we kidnapped her.
And took her to an island or something. You might as well have, because that's how she feeling.
Right.
Okay. She said, we calling these people family. And she said, look, she
said, this is not my family.
She
I don't know them.
specifically pointed out Dom. She said, I don't even know you. I know he felt attacked like shit.
He like, bitch, I was invited to carry the Versace robe. How about that?
She's like, you know, and she's like, the only people I can say that I know is Londi and Lauren. I was trying to get to know you, but there's a disconnect because you bringing around these motherfuckers.
Crazy. I don't know
that you call them family.
Okay, so hear me out. I think we discussed it on the first review and they discussed it on the first episode, but she practices, I believe she's a shaman. She's really deep in her spirituality, as she probably should be, because she's dealt with a lot of shit, like reality wise with her father and the civil rights movement, that this probably keeps her like grounded and sane in a way. You know what I mean? And all I'm going to say is being a spiritual person, I do know that there are people that are very strong in their spirit where they'll be like, I can't have my spirit mixing with everybody's stuff.
Well, that's period. That's not even
like, I'm very selective on who I choose to be around. And that's what Aunt Lena gives me. She's like, I'm not for everybody. I'm here for my family to bring my family together, but I'm not, and this is not my family. And I don't know what energies you're bringing in here. And I want to protect mine. And I'm here with you for that.
I think she really feels like that about,
Dennis' mama.
No.
Oh, Darlene?
The lady, I thought she was
Lena, the guide or whatever that's supposed to be. She's not here for her because she's
feeling her.
What it is she feels like Lena can't relate to Black people. Is basically what it is.
She feel like she's bringing in, she's unveiling all these open wounds and bringing in all.
And she's just letting it open and not teaching them how to heal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an important part. If you're gonna be a Yanla, you gotta fix it.
She ain't a Yanla.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, Alanya. So we see the SHIT hit the fan, y'all. And basically, Dennis gets up with the chakra.
It was okay, so it started with
Storm.
She had the stick.
Storm is super immature. I'm sorry. I'm here to say it. She's super immature. And she still has a lot of growing up to do. But no, so we basically see Storm talk about how she wants to develop relationships with certain people. I think that she was definitely, or at least the cameraman, paying to Londi. And, you know, establish relationships with people that she may not have relationships with, during this trip. And then basically,
I feel like Dennis interrupted her. He got upset. He said, you know, your mom was just having an emotional moment.
You should probably go give her a hug.
You know, you should address that rather than addressing this. And she's like, you're the grown up. Da-da-da-da-da. I got the stick. You ain't supposed to be talking.
Why are you interrupting me?
So then it's Dennis's turn.
Dennis grabs the stick, y'all, and says, this family is broken and it starts with Porsha.
Why you start off like that?
That wasn't a good opening, Dennis. That wasn't a good opening for you.
It was meant to go left from there.
And then, of course,
and you're supposed to be aren't you supposed to be telling your own intention? You're supposed to be telling your intentions. And I feel like, okay, your intention is to build a co-parenting relationship, a healthy one, right? That's it. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what you're supposed to leave it as. Sir, why do you start off with the family and they broken and it starts off with Porsha? Of course, everybody gonna have a goddamn problem with you.
Yeah.
So him and Storm end up going back and forth. Eventually, he tells her to shut the fuck up, and oh Lord, shit goes left from there. Mama Porsha came out talking about, I got a point to make. Let me make.
No,
my
Mama
point.
Gina. You said Mama
Porsha. My fault. I meant Mama Dennis. She comes out. Oh, I got a point to make, and he pulls her back, and it is just a whole entire shit show at this healing dinner. Okay,
it's supposed to be healing.
They're gonna be healing from bruises. What the fuck they gonna be healing from? Somebody gonna punch somebody in the goddamn eye.
It's terrible. And just to give y'all a little tea. So Porsha actually came out after this episode and basically talked about, I guess Dennis attacked her as a mother. And she let us know that Pilar was there. Pilar is with her everywhere she goes. But after that night, she chose to keep her separate because we saw how crazy it was. But apparently we don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's warning us or forewarning us about what's going to come up in future episodes. But apparently Dennis attacked her and she went on to talk about how he doesn't pay child support and he buys fake Rolexes and he needs to have several seats. And yeah, Dennis, I'm looking at you a little bit differently, bruh. You don't pay the child support and buying the fake Rolexes. And no shade, but we do know Porsha has her most of the time.
Well, she in Costa Rica. Well, no, she'd be going to Costa Rica with her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She takes her everywhere she goes.
Oh, but now I feel so like...
It made me look at it.
I feel bamboozled.
Now I'm like, Dennis, you out here being fraudulent? You better leave her with Simon and let him be his millionaire. I'm just saying, if you can't do what he do and you not willing to love her like he's willing to love her or provide for her, you need to leave her alone and stop trying to block her blessings, bro. So we see them come back from dinner. It's Lauren, and Londi. And they're basically discussing what went down. And, you know, she's like, I am so appalled by Dennis's behavior and he should be acting better. You should never curse at a young woman as a grown man. And that is just so absurd. And then Dennis comes in and he's like, yo, you can't even control your own session, son. Like, what's going on? And he's like, I can't control my brother-in-law.
Is that what we see him as? Will we see him as a brother-in-law? Because I thought Porsha
or you just telling us the secret before Porsha let us know. Well, I don't know, because after I told y'all about that
I don't think Porsha letting that bag go. She had a football player before. Then she fucked with Dennis, which clearly compared to these two was a downgrade. Now she got Simon, who got that bag again. I think she's in it.
To win it.
I think the only way that they'll break up is Simon. Is if Simon doesn't want to be with her anymore. But I think Porsha is all in. Porsha is not letting that bag go. Especially she quit her job.
Bless her heart. Bless her heart, y'all. All right. So Simon and Porsha sit down and have a conversation. And basically he's like, you know, I want Dennis to stay. I want to work on developing a successful co-parenting relationship, you know, especially in the Black community. And in my family, we didn't see everyone work together like this and be one big blended family. And I think that you should continue to work towards your goal. And again, me and Nels have always talked about, like, he is super, super comfortable. And that's dope. Like, he's like, I just want what's best for you and Pilar. And if that means I got to be around this man that I don't really care for or his mama, that's what I'm going to do. But he does let Porsha know, somebody needs to put Mama Gina in her place and let her know that she needs to mind her business because this is between you and Dennis. And I said, well, damn, because that's true.
He also let Porsha know, oh, I need you to do something for me. And that's pack up Dennis's shit and make sure that it gets back to him.
So maybe he's not as comfortable as we thought.
I think he's still comfortable.
I think with everybody making a fuss about it, it made him realize, like, why are you holding on to his shit? Like, it made him think about it. Like, before,
I wonder if he even knew that was Dennis's road. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I mean, at the end of the day, he's still a man.
Well, side T, guys. So, again, I'm always nosy. So, basically, side T, not only did she let us know that Dennis did not pay child support and he wears fake Rolexes, but she also let us know that she is the one that bought the Versace robe for Dennis. And then he wore it one time, took a picture in it, and then she found out he was cheating and she kept the robe. So now we can understand why she feels like he does not deserve it, why she confiscated it, why she feels like because all the scandal happened after she purchased him this Versace robe.
That
makes a lot of sense now. So that's why I had to bring that tea in so we could connect the dots, because otherwise y'all would be looking at Porsha like she's foolish. And no, she didn't say it on camera. And
on camera, I would have said, it's not your robe. It ain't your robe. I bought it, bitch. It ain't your robe. I'd have said it.
All right. So Simon and Porsha sit down and have a conversation. And basically he's like, you know, I want Dennis to stay. I want to work on developing a successful co-parenting relationship, you know, especially in the Black community. And in my family, we didn't see everyone work together like this and be one big blended family. And I think that you should continue to work towards your goal. And again, me and Nels have always talked about, like, he is super, super comfortable. And that's dope. Like, he's like, I just want what's best for you and Pilar. And if that means I got to be around this man that I don't really care for or his mama, that's what I'm going to do. But he does let Porsha know somebody needs to put Mama Gina in her place and let her know that she needs to mind her business because this is between you and Dennis. And I said, well, damn, because that's true.
He also let Porsha know, oh, I need you to do something for me. And that's pack up Dennis's shit and make sure that it gets back to him.
So maybe he's not as comfortable as we thought.
I think he's still comfortable.
I think with everybody making a fuss about it, it made him realize, like, why are you holding on to his shit? Like, it made him think about it. Like, before,
I wonder if he even knew that was Dennis's road. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I mean, at the end of the day, he's still a man.
Well, side T, guys. So, again, I'm always nosy. So, basically, side T, not only did she let us know that Dennis did not pay child support and he wears fake Rolexes, but she also let us know that she is the one that bought the Versace robe for Dennis. And then he wore it one time, took a picture in it, and then she found out he was cheating and she kept the robe. So now we can understand why she feels like he does not deserve it, why she confiscated it, why she feels like because all the scandal happened after she purchased him this Versace robe. It makes a lot of sense now. So that's why I had to bring that tea in so we could connect the dots, because otherwise y'all would be looking at Porsha like she's foolish. And no, she didn't say it on camera. And
on camera, I would have said, it's not your robe. It ain't your robe. I bought it, bitch. It ain't your robe. I'd have said it.
All right, so I'm here for this peaceful moment. We see Lauren leading the meditation session. Dennis decides to join them, as well as Londi, Lena, and Auntie Lena. And as they're sitting there and she's talking about breathing out the toxicity and, you know, thinking about a person that basically brings you toxic energy and releasing that, and, you know, and Dennis, after the meditation, goes on to say that I really feel like Mama Gina needs this. He said, you know, she's more hurt than anybody. And honestly, I can see by her actions, like, don't get me wrong, she didn't like Porsha, but this with Simon and the fallout with her son, even though it was her son's fault, made her, and because she's just an outsider, wanting to be involved, wanting to be a part of her grandchild's life, I do feel as if the way that she acts is a little bit like triggered. Like she's hurt because she's like, you're moving on so fast from my son. And even though I was trying to wrap my mind around you being my daughter-in-law, and now you're getting married to somebody else and you're trying to have me meet them and blend with them. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Very soon. I'm sorry. It's a lot. Very soon. And I'm not mad at Mama Gina. It's a lot.
I respect that perspective.
That's all.
But
oh God.
What I'm going to say is I feel like it was a dig for him to add because it was so fast. Like you ended our family so fast. When I found out you was cheating. Why is Mama Gina not upset about that? Because whether there was assignment or not, y'all weren't together. And that happened fast. But we don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Dennis, you're not winning any points. So we see that Londi lets Lauren know that the whole little switcheroo of rooms that Dennis wanted to do prior was because he let them know he got some work coming. That's what's happening. And yeah, I don't know I just really, Dennis, on the family trip with your, but I
couldn't wait till you got back home.
What it is he trying to do tit for tat. He's like, you keep pushing me in this man's face and this blended
You
family.
came here to see it. You knew what you was getting into. I'm not pushing shit in your face.
He also know that she still love him.
What does love got to do with it?
I'm done.
We are at the Cenote River.
Yes, which is basically a sinkhole, we learned on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
We see Stormy's crazy behind. She's like, I've never been to a C-note.
To the C-note.
And Porsha lets her
know. Dom helped her. Dom said, well, that's not what it's called.
That's not what it's called.
That's not it.
Portia said, I didn't know what she was talking about. I thought she was talking about some drugs or something or something. I said,
that is a C-note, I mean.
Yeah, I was like, well, at least we know what it is, right? So they get there. They're on, in the sinkhole. Basically, Lauren tells them that you need to release, let's do a short meditation before we get into it and just release everything. And of course, Darlene is the first one to stand up with her dramatic ass. And she wants to talk about how she's regretful of being such a worker mom and not being there more for her daughter. And basically says that she just really would like a genuine embrace or hug from Storm.
Because all she gets is the little church hug.
The church hug, the little pat. And it doesn't feel genuine. As basically people they have to convince, I will say this, Storm was not really here for the hug. She was like, I'll do it because y'all keep telling me. She was like, I'll hug you by the end of the trip. That's what she said. And they were like, and Porsha was like, that's your mama. You should go give her a hug. She goes to give her a hug. Darlene falls the fuck out and catches the Holy Ghost.
And, screaming. You would have thought she got bit by something. She is screaming. Do you think this lady's trying to get her own show? Because how dramatic she is.
She caught the Holy Ghost. She was calling on Jesus.
I don't think it's the Holy Ghost.
I don't know what it is either. I don't know if that's holy, but
she might have caught a script.
What Darlene gives me, and I think the reason why Storm doesn't care for her, we're only this is episode 4. We're only 4 episodes in, and I can honestly say to you, Darlene is too much for me. So I couldn't imagine growing up with her and having that as a mom. And she's so because to me, it's like anytime she tries to make it about her daughter to get the attention, but then once the attention's on her daughter, she has to find a way to make it revert back to her. I wouldn't want to live that life. I see why Storm is not there's some deeper.
Why she gets aggravated?
Yeah, there's some deeper issues here. Your mother clearly wants to be the center of attention. And as Nell said, she needs therapy, real life therapy, not this. She needs to sit down with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting deep up in here, y'all. So I call her Aunt Lena. I don't know. I'm all over the place. The guy's name is Alina. It's Aunt Liz, you guys. So Aunt Liz goes into what she wants to, or actually, I'm sorry, I skipped over Mama Gina. Mama Gina talks about how she wants to let.
Actually, it was Aunt Liz first.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you were right.
Rewind. So, Aunt Liz talked about how she deals with trauma. Obviously, her father, Hosea Williams, was on the staff
on the executive board
for Martin Luther King. So she, you know,
she saw this all
she's
the time.
been marching since and been arrested at 9 years old.
She said she thought it was normal for 9-year-olds to get arrested.
There's so much trauma, the beatings, the lynchings.
This is what she wants to release.
So many things that she's seen, and I just can only imagine. Like, I always wonder, like, I'm not, you know, I look back to, I'm giving y'all age, but 30 years ago, and how much things have changed. When I look at my grandparents who were in their 80s or people who are in their 60s, and they're able to look at life and see what it was, and it was a totally different time back then. And it's crazy to live through that, come out on the other side, and still see some of the same things going on and happening years and years later. So
it does show you though that, you know, how far we've come. I mean,
yeah,
you know, we're not out the woods, but it does show you how far we've come. And really, it also
I get why she wants to release it, because that's probably
the visions and the dreams. Yeah. But it also shows you, like, part of it. It wasn't that long
ago. That's what the thing is.
Wasn't it really wasn't that long ago. I mean, for us to realize, you know, our grandparents are here with us and they've lived through it. So that was a generation or two ago. So, I mean, it really shows you it really wasn't that long ago. And then, you know, their grandparents or their parents, you know, what they've gone through, what they had.
Or they might have even been slaves. Like, we don't know. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that was definitely hard hitting, and it was just real. And I was here for that moment. I appreciate that. Bravo, Porsha. And I love that you're still talking about Black lives. I think that's dope. You're finding a way to continue to keep that narrative. So I can appreciate that. So basically,
and you know, that's always been her narrative.
Yeah.
Back from
Real Housewives of Atlanta. Once she went up to fight for Breonna Taylor, she's been on it. And I believe it's just because it literally runs through her blood. So then we basically get to Mama Gina. She basically says, if I've offended anyone, she says, I have a hard time trusting people, and I need to learn how to trust.
And also forgive. That was the main thing.
And she basically was like, and so I would hope that you guys would work with me as I'm working on forgiveness. And I thought that was a very vulnerable moment, probably the most that we've ever seen from Mama Gina.
I think Porsha wasn't here for it.
Only for the stick to be handed to Porsha, and for her to say, I have a lot to say, but she didn't say much. And she just basically said, I'm not here for Mama Gina. We had a conversation at a luncheon the other day.
And there's a lot.
And there's a lot more
to talk about
that we need to talk about. And right now, I'm not at a place of forgiveness. And I love they cut to Mama Gina in the confessional. She said, well, guess what, boo?
Forgiveness is for me.
Forgiveness is for me, not for you.
She said, I'm good.
Bye. I said, this is why this relationship will never go anywhere. But Porsha does, and I think it's super important to say this. Porsha does go on to tell us the detriment of their relationship was when Dennis got caught cheating. She expected his mom to have her back.
Well, not to have her back,
but just be just as upset.
I mean,
as she was. And there wasn't that. And she just felt like from woman to woman, there should have been, like, he did wrong.
I mean, let's not get it twisted. I understand if your son is like, you know, a teenager or something like that. And, you know, he's, you know, kind of out here or whatever, or, you know, having his experiences and with a child, I would think you would be upset. You know, you dumb shit. You risked your family.
For what?
For exactly. For what? So I understand Porsha in that sense. Of course, she wouldn't be as upset as you are, but I understand. I raised you.
Mm-hmm.
I raised you, and I didn't raise you like this. But the fact that she doesn't scold him on anything, and she basically makes excuses for everything that he fucking does.
It's part of the problem. You are part of the problem, Miss Gina. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're part of the problem. You're pacifying him. You've been doing it for years, and this is the problem. You need to tell your son about himself. If anybody needs to tell him, you need to tell him. You're his mom.
So, while Porsha is talking, her Aunt Liz notices that Lauren, I don't know, maybe she's uncomfortable. She said literally your toes were curling while Porsha was talking. So Lauren had something she had to get off her chest. And it was that, I guess maybe her and Porsha had a falling out when she was working for Porsha. And she felt like she was undervalued. They actually showed clips.
Because I remember watching. Them. Yeah, I remember watching.
She said, well, me and my daughter will go live on the street and I'll just work for the hair company. And what bothered me was Porsha already seemed like she was not here mentally. But your sister is telling you, kind of where y'all fell off and where the disconnect is. Porsha just nonchalantly said, okay.
Porsha said she felt that Lauren took this moment because she was like, she wasn't at a good place in her life anyway. She just wanted something different. But she used that moment to attack me. Porsha, when it comes to sisters, sometimes we have to humble ourselves and really look at our own shit. And sometimes it's hard as fuck. But we have to self-reflect and evaluate. And as long as that person is not doing something that is damaging you mentally, spiritually, or otherwise, then you might want to actually take what they're saying into consideration. Especially if you claim you care about her. And I think that's what she gets. Is like, we came on this trip, we did this, I already felt like you threw me to the side for business. And I think Lauren feels used.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lauren feels used. It's like, I'm always here when you need me, but it's not reciprocated.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We'll see. I think we're going to see a falling out between them before the end of this season. But maybe not a long falling out. They'll get over it, of course. But I think we're going to see a blowout between them. All right, y'all. So we see
Dom. Well, you want to talk about everybody that came in or what?
Everybody was coming in looking fabulous.
We want to get right to the tea.
We just get right to the meat and potatoes.
So Dom says to Mama Gina,
yeah,
where's your son? Oh, he has plans tonight. Plans? Yeah, he had a date. Mama Gina gives me the vibe that she wants Porsha to hurt. And she wants to hurt her
because you don't
so
want to
bad.
deal with my son and his shit. I now want to see you hurting.
As if Dennis didn't hurt her enough already. And this is the shit you condone. So I understand why
Mama Gina's the worst.
I understand why Porsha not fucking with you.
Yeah.
I get it.
I do. I get it. 100,000%.
I was hurt. Your son hurt me. You didn't say shit to him. And on top of that, you want to hurt me.
Yeah.
More than your son. Clearly. Because your son is not the one rubbing it in my fucking face. He's not talking about it at dinner with my friends.
And family.
It's you. And you're smirking and smiling while doing it. It's fucking disgusting.
It is. For a grown woman and for that to be your granddaughter's mother, that's actually kind of despicable.
I want to know where her husband is.
So, we get to the last scene. We're sitting around for dinner, which looks really cute. I love this type of U shape. I have to try this for my next birthday dinner because we're always so many people trying to talk across tables and along, it's too many people. I'm going to have to try that. Anyway, so we see Lena is leaving us. I I think that, what's her name? Aunt Liz is happy about it. Because she, like we talked about before, she just feels like Lena's digging up a lot of stuff, or having Lauren dig up a lot of stuff family-wise, and it's not really conducive to what they're trying to do because they're not healing. They're just bringing up shit. We see Storm come out, and she says, I didn't talk about it before, but I was in a abusive relationship, and it was very toxic, and Londi interrupts her.
Well, can I say something? Well, you know, last night you stood up and you said, what are you going to do? And I was just wondering where that aggression came from.
If you've been beat up before. And that's when I would have reached across the table and whooped her ass and be like, that's where the aggression came from.
I understood where, what's the girl's name? Storm was coming from when she said, you know what? You're using what I just said, my past trauma, to get to this conversation. So now you're basically trying to say that my aggression from last night was from this past trauma that I'm explaining to you right now.
And that didn't go over well.
And Londi refused to apologize. Literally, she laid out how she felt and why she felt that way. Everyone else at the table understood.
Londi was like, nope.
But Londi refused to apologize, and I thought that was super immature. Because even though she didn't mean it, and I genuinely think that she did not mean to come across that way. Like, you know, I feel like your aggression was from some past trauma that you're referring to now. I literally feel like she did not mean it to come across that way. But if it was a mistake and you didn't mean it to come across that way, but
then you apologize.
It did, you apologize. And I think that she was showing her immaturity right there.
Yeah. So no, it gets worse. We see Porsha come back to the table. She texts Mama Gina and says, oh, Dennis has a girl here.
And let me tell you what
Mama Gina just looks at the phone and smiles, just revels in it.
It's
disgusting. Disgusting. Like Chanel said, where is your man? You so busy worried about your son's dick. Where's your man?
She know grown-ass men don't want to deal with this shit.
Right? So, basically, that was the it of the it. Lena's leaving. Londi and Storm come to a place where they can agree to disagree towards the end. And
yeah, basically, you know, Storm said, you know, if I've done anything or said anything, then I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
And Londi told her, you know, I just want to make it clear, people have triggers.
Right.
And Storm said, if I've done anything to trigger you, I apologize because I don't want anyone to trigger me and I don't want to trigger anyone else. Even though I believe she's the youngest one. Is she the youngest one?
I do believe she's the youngest one. Yeah.
And she does show some signs of immaturity sometimes. I feel like here in this scene, she was the most mature.
Yeah.
She was the most mature. I mean, even compared to
Londi
Genesis' mother.
Yeah, and Londi just wouldn't be the bigger person and just be like, all right. Even in that moment, I think when she apologized, I still don't think Londi gave her.
No, she could have said, you know what, you're right, and I apologize as well. And she didn't do that, and I didn't like that.
Mm-mm. So, yeah, we get to preview next episode, and it's gonna get messy, y'all. All I see is Porsha saying, get you, your mama, and his sluts.
He gotta go. He got to go.
Take
him, his sluts, and his mother.
It's about to get real. I can't wait.
I hope.
Oh, you.
My bad.
It's the way it is.
No, look, Porsha said it is what it is.
She done fucked up my aunt.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Porsha Family Matters, not Family Values.
I need the Braxtons to come back.
Yes, that would be good. So yes, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you like,
comment,
subscribe,
and hit the notification bell.
And like I said, please guys, drop some ideas. What are we going to call you? We want to know. We need some name suggestions.
Something better than the Shady Bunch.
She's really not here for the Shady Bunch, but doesn't have anything better.
But I bet you I will. I came up with this. Okay, I came up with Shade in this city.
You really come up
I did.
with
I have the
this?
text. Don't do that.
Really
I came up with a bunch. You just chose Shade in the City.
Oh, okay. But anyway, so thank you guys.
We will come up with something.
Thank you guys so much. We will catch you next week. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and much love. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe.
Mwah. Back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Hey!